Hi, this is Michelle Mapes. I guess y'all know who I am. Tonight we had a meeting, a rec board meeting, and I'm going to briefly go over what we covered. We did our meeting minutes and we did our financials, and those all passed. We then had an election of the board officers, and I was reappointed as chairman. Troy Smith was appointed as vice chairman, and Shane Hansen was appointed as secretary. After that, we talked about, we had on our agenda the trees and the tree grant, and as most of you know that the trees are not taken care of. We've got the grant to try to get them taken care of this spring, and we had bids that came in to Mr. Dunham at the city, and we looked over those bids, and there was some discussion about some of the top six. There was three that were highly recommended, but the price ranged from $26,000 to like $33,000, which is a $7,000 difference. So we went with the recommendation of what Mr. Dunham had recommended to us. So we will be giving our bid to Green Valley Nursery of Claremore, Oklahoma. Then we discussed, and the next thing was the Northwestern Oklahoma State University contract with Northwestern. Every year we have a contract with them, and they complete work. We talked about the work that they are doing for this year is they're making handicap parking in the soccer, baseball fields, softball fields, and in front of the gym. They haven't started that, but we're still, our year goes through the June 30th. And so we also talked about if anyone had ideas of what we needed to work with Northwestern, we need to get with them. And so we really didn't have any action on it, but that's what we discussed. We then talked about the strategic plan for the rec park, and that committee, which I am on that, and Troy Smith and Greg Glass, we have kind of put that on the back burner. So I appointed Troy to kind of maybe get us started, and appointed him to oversee that so he could maybe get some meetings scheduled. Then we talked about the air conditioning at the gym. They were thinking about that. We're in the current process of getting 3 bids. We have 1, and we're waiting for bids from 2 others. But we have to have bids before we can pick who we want to maybe put air conditioning in the gym, which will really be an advantage for like the maybe tournament and basketball tournaments. Courtney then had just a direct report. The girls' basketball tournament is this weekend, and that will complete the competitive basketball, and the boys is the following weekend. Then it's into soccer. Then Mr. Dunham didn't have anything else on the manager's report. And we talked about new business. We had just got called after the agenda was posted about when we have vendors come out and like the snow cone vendors, what we're going to do, because we have 2 vendors that want to do snow cones, and we talked about how we're going to work with that process, and we gave that to the Policies and Procedures Committee because they're working currently on looking at our policies and procedures and try to come up with a solution that will work for all the vendors, because we want to be fair to everyone.